What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Second Street. I hope you're all having a very good day today. Here we are on Friday. That's right, WandaVision is here, and I hope you watched the episode because today we are going to be talking with my guest here today. And you guys, if you've been around this whole season, I've got my man Chillmonger here with us. But before we get into all that, we bring our guest on. I want to know from you down in the comments. Have you watched the episode already? Like I said, I hope you have. We're going to get into a spoiler discussion here. But what were your thoughts on the episode and where did you rank it? Where would you rank it there? What's your rating on the episode? And where does it fit in the whole scheme of the season for you? Let me know down in the comments below. And, sorry guys. Sorry, guys. Setting here. Yeah, there we go. All right, had a few too many screens open on my computer there. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this. Let's see who all we got here today. I see we've got. What is this one doing on here? Live chat from yesterday is up on my screen. Okay, there we go. Technology, guys. All right. All right. Obviously, we've got my man Chillmonger in the chats. We've got XR Coon here. We got ReeferMan Reviews. Lord Veedo, my man, what is up? Mike Porter. Yes, ReeferMan says speechless. Speechless, all right. Yeah, definitely. Definitely a 10. All right, 10 out of 10 says XR. Let's see. The extra points is for the credit scenes. Yeah, and this time they put one after all the credits, right? I thought that was pretty good, but let's see who else we got joining us. We got Park Outdoors just joined us as well. Again, thank you all so much for being here, and anybody else out there who might be lurking in the chat. Let's go ahead and get my guest on here with us today. We've got Chillmonger. What is up, man?
Hello. 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I thought the episode was great overall. Go ahead and what's your quick thoughts on this episode?
I was always on the edge of my seat. I was always getting revelation. I was getting pure ass action, pure answers to questions. It was good.
Yeah, I thought it was really good too. I like the finale. I know a lot of people out there had their expectations up for a whole lot of stuff, and as I was getting into last week at the end of last week's episode, it seemed like we're not really going to get a whole lot of the things that we would probably like to get here, but there will be a certain closure. And kind of like I was thinking too as well, even going into the season, just talking, before we even got any of these episodes and that stuff, is like, it seems like these are really going to just be expanding the universe more than giving us these great monumental things happening. It's more just like these events that are going to happen to sort of open up the MCU even more.
It did that, and it even took a step back also from when Monica was a 10-year-old. They gave us a Skrull reveal. I remember it might have been the 33-question video I did with you, or maybe it was with somebody else because I do so many. I was asking, where's the Skrull gonna be in WandaVision? Where's the Skrull gonna be in Far From Home? The next Spider-Man movie? Because I think there will be a Skrull reveal in everything leading up to Secret Invasion, and post-credit scenes are perfect for that.
Definitely. And it seemed like I don't know. Like I said, it seemed like this episode gave us so much, yet not so much at the same time. I love the fact that they revealed it was the Darkhold and some of those kinds of things. I liked that post-credit scene with Wanda. I liked the confrontations with the Visions. Altogether, I'm pretty satisfied with what happened in this series. I do gotta say that I kind of feel like overall, like you were saying about those first 3 episodes, it doesn't seem like they really gave any kind of rewatchability for a whole lot of for that stuff right there. It's really more the thick of once you get into the rest of the series after that.
There's nothing happening with Dottie, everybody. There was no Mephisto. Pietro was Ralph. Her husband, Ralph. What do you know? He just looked like Evan Peters looked like, guys. There's nothing special about the toaster or Yo Magic, feeding off Yo Magic. I guess that's just because Agnes wanted to feed off Wanda's magic. That's about it.
Yeah.
Nothing really too complicated, everybody.
Yeah.
Some of these theories were going all out. Film theory, bro, that guy did a video just maybe 4 or 5 hours before the episode came out. Completely wrong. But he tried.
Hey, it happens. Look, I don't think anything that I put in my theory video, you know, the one with about Pleasant Hill, none of that came true. Like, it's all I'm completely discredited. You might as well, like, if you're subscribed to this channel right now, you might as
don't
well.
say it, Trinity. No.
Just leave. Just go. Just unsubscribe. I'm a joke. I'm a joke. I'm a complete joke. I've got no street cred whatsoever. So does and neither does anybody else that's, you know, that you're subscribed to. So go unsubscribe from them. All right.
Yeah.
Start fresh. Stay connected with my man Chillmonger, though. You can find his link down there in the description. He is part of the Plus gang, so you know, yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on getting on Paramount Plus. I heard that one starting, so they're next.
Yes, that does certainly seem to be the next one.
What does Paramount produce that I watch? Are they behind Nickelodeon? They are, right?
Oh, I have no clue.
That might be like the Universal, actually. I don't know.
Yeah, I just heard they were launching it. I wasn't for sure what they were gonna put on it, but yeah.
Sonic. They got Sonic.
I guess it seems like we're back at square one of cable, but at least now you get to pick and choose almost every little thing that you want instead of paying for whatever. But I think eventually the price is going to end up being the same.
Yeah. You just gotta unsubscribe when there's not a show that you want on Netflix. Unsubscribe when there's not a show you want on Disney.
Right. Yep. Definitely. So, overall, do you think? I mean, did it meet your expectations of everything that you thought was gonna happen in this series, like going into it and then coming out of it?
Thankfully, I had low to no expectations going into the series. I knew it would be confusing, so it was met. Especially when every time I got really interested, I would see like Paul Bettany explain the actor that he wanted to work with more than anything was the actor himself. So yeah, it met my expectations. I think if I went to an episode not hearing that statement, I would be disappointed right now.
Yeah, and it sure seems like Paul Bettany was out there trolling, and people have been talking about that here over the past couple of days. Really out there, kind of trolling hard, and that was something I think I said that a while back. I can't even remember how many weeks ago. I'll have to do. I have to go do some homework, but I remember saying that too, thinking like. I'm thinking maybe the actor he was talking about working with was himself. I mean, it seems silly, but it seems like something you could easily say, have it be true, and it's kind of a troll job. So, yeah, I think it's great too. The you know, thinking about it, that it's all kind of everyone rode that wave of the question, right?
Yep.
Is that what we should call it nowadays? The question.
Let's call it the question, yeah.
Is there a Luke Skywalker cameo?
Level cameo.
Cameo. The question. Oh man, that's so funny. Altogether, yeah, but
there's a lot of people who are upset right now on Twitter that Ralph Boner, they did a dick joke. That was it. I wanted Doctor Strange. He wasn't in it. That was it.
Yeah, and that kind of makes you wonder. I mean, was Agatha really married to Ralph?
Is that a question? Yeah. No, Agatha visited that neighborhood to F things up. She was never married to him, no.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny because, you know, thinking about it, then it's like, her going around saying that must just be her excuse for being there at that house, in case anyone remembers. It makes you kind of wonder, like, who was Ralph then? What did he do? It seemed like he was just some kid who lived in an attic.
I think we'll find out about Howard the Duck before we find out about Ralph.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
think we'll ever get them do something with Howard the Duck? Never. He needs to stay as the cameo once every 4 movies.
Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah. I mean, obviously Feige's been using him, kind of teasing him out there. Maybe he's got some big plan for him. You know what?
What?
I'm gonna put this out there right now before anybody else does. All right?
Okay.
You heard it here first, folks. This is my prediction for Howard the Duck. It's Mephisto.
Yeah, it's cousins with the stork that we saw that was enchanted. We don't know why the stork was moving funny, but those are some
Oh.
DuckTales that we would like to see.
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect on Disney Plus.
Yeah. So, going into the episode, there were some things I was talking about. I think we were talking about this last week. I know I'm always flapping my gums, right? The one thing that I was saying is like, oh, maybe this is actually Vision challenging Wanda, saying, for control of the town. Well, I was wrong.
Nope.
But I did think that was a very interesting kind of confrontation there with Vision himself. And once the battle kind of started, I had a feeling, especially once they got there into the library and what he said, I kind of had a feeling that it was going to not come to a very climactic kind of end for the both of them. Considering the construct in which the he was created, I guess, if you will, which is to be be logical, almost like a Mr. Spock, if you will. And I thought that was interesting, that little conversation that they had there. Do you think there's larger implications to that?
Yeah, the words that they last said to each other was like, we keep saying goodbye to each other. So, like, I was a fake body, and then I was a real body, and now I'm just a memory. Like, what am I gonna be next? The next time we see each other, this is the goodbye. There will be another hello. They worded it way better than the way I worded it just now. But it looks like we'll see Vision one more time in a future film. So this is leading to something, and the dialogue worked.
Right. Now, one thing I do want to bring up, so while we're talking, before I completely forget about this, while we're talking about Vision here and how where did the other guy go? Where did he just took off? Didn't he?
Yeah, I got to rewatch that one.
It,
He explains your vision, if you allow me, and it gets yellowy. And I thought when he left, I thought he joined Wanda. I thought that's what that was, but it wasn't the case. No.
Yeah, it looked like he just took off, and then Vision went outside and was like, "Hey, let's fight." Now,
Are you mad at that though?
No, not at all. And
Yeah.
the reason I say that is because I know what it's going to do. Is I guarantee you, there's already people out there sitting there thinking about, oh, that's Ultron. There's going to be Ultron in there. Ultron's still alive.
They already did Ultron.
Well, the thing is because some of that conversation they were having there, I know people are going to, because there was Ultron theories coming into this anyway, and Ultron could very well be out there as well. But one of the things that they kind of, I thought through the conversation, just to, I don't know, I guess, in case you hear anybody theorizing about Ultron being in that White Vision body, is that some of the stuff they explained there were Ultron was not a synthezoid being. And I thought they laid some of that groundwork there pretty good with that little conversation about it having the memories and everything and having the data of Vision and the memories. He just didn't have access to it, and how they kind of explained all that because he was like a sentient being. And it was, I thought it was very funny the way they explained it, because it sounded a lot like muscle memory in your body, which goes into a whole lot of other things, like especially if you've been through like traumatic experiences. I know, like a while back, this was a while back, several years ago. I crashed while on my bike, and there was this thing where every time I'd be out riding, every time I'd hit a little bump while I was on my bike, my body would just like completely tense up, and I'd go get massages for it, and they said it's muscle memory, like it goes down to the bone, like your body remembers it. And so some sessions, you know, some getting the massages and everything, it eventually all went away. But it kind of reminded me of that, and that's why the White Vision still had like all that data there. He just didn't have access to all those memories, right? And it seemed like he gave him some of those, but or at least the access to it, because he honestly didn't have the memories. I thought a lot of that was very interesting, which brings up the whole thing with Ultron, because Ultron wasn't a sentient being or anything. He was just kind of completely within the confines of everything. He was,
Programming.
yeah, he was just a program, although it was a program created by with the help of the Mind Stone. So I thought that was kind of interesting, but his imprint would really be only somewhere where any of that kind of data lies at, which is where I guess that Spider-Man Far From Home head come in. But yeah,
Yeah, let's rewind to when
or I
we
guess that's
talked about
Homecoming. Yeah,
our Vision versus the, you called him White Vision. He's British American Trinity. Watch out. You don't want to get canceled. So what he put inside his head, what does Vision, the red one, have access to give to the other one? So I think that he's only been around for 10 days living in the Hex. His knowledge is only what Wanda knows. So every memory that Wanda and Vision have ever shared together is inside of that new Vision that was created. And he skedaddles, he goes up. We'll never see him. It looks like he doesn't rekindle with Wanda based on the post-end credit scene.
right.
So yeah, I guess where I wanted to go was, can we agree that inside of the brand new baby Vision is Wanda's memories that she shared with Vision, and that's about it.
Right. Yeah. Well, and I completely agree with that. Though I do think that when Vision actually touched him, that gave him access to all the. Because I think that's why he said that. I think that gave him access to all the memories that the previous Vision would have had. That's what. That's
But
what
how could the
that's what I'm
previous?
thinking.
Okay, if that's the case, the previous Vision's memories, um, access to those memories aren't with the Hex Vision.
Right. But we can see, like, I mean, kind of what he was doing within the hex during that time, when he was going around, when he would touch the people and
Yeah.
and they would come to life. He was giving them
Yeah.
access to their actual memories and breaking all of that. I think that's kind of what that did there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. I
think
can
that's what
think
the
of some
point of that was.
dialogue that supports that. It's when he was explaining that the body of Vision, which is the white one, it has memories, muscle memories, or
Right.
inside of it, and he awakened that, similar
Right.
to how he would get all of the regular people. So yeah, then with that being said, all of the memories of Vision since Age of Ultron are with that new baby Vision. Why doesn't he save Wanda? I don't know. Ultron. Okay, that's not as ridiculous as I think now. We'll see Vision pop up again, though, won't we?
I think so. Definitely. Definitely.
And I'll be able to say that is Vision. I'm not going to be like, oh, that's a brand new. It's like Groot, a little seed made a new baby. He's not the same Groot as 2014's Guardians 1. No, this one is the same Vision. He just, I guess, woke. I don't know how to put it. Enlightened.
Wait. Are you suggesting that White Vision went woke?
Hey, man, he's an ally. He's.
Oh man. I don't know. Maybe we better slow down. Pump the brakes there. No,
He's got.
yeah,
He got rid of his stone privilege. Okay, I'm sorry. Go
right.
ahead.
No, I think you're right. I think that like I agree that he will, when next time we see him, he will be Vision. Now I know a lot of people out there, you know, I've been seeing in a lot of conversations, oh, he's Spectral Vision now. I won't pretend to know anything about that.
I'll
You
tell
got
you.
me.
I know everything.
Like
I
you
know
got me,
everything
bro.
about that. He's the new toy Vision. It's got to look different for the next thing that they sell. That's what he is.
Absolutely. And you know, who doesn't want, you know, the same toy that's just a different color? The I thought the yeah, but I was kind of satisfied with a lot of that stuff. Like I said, I figured once they got into the fight, like they're not going to end destroying each other, just due to that fact, because like Vision isn't, while he can, he's not into the conflict. He's more like reasonable. He wants to reason things out and think about things, and I think that's kind of what sets him apart from stuff. He's not about that life, and that's why I was kind of thinking it wouldn't come down to that. And then even I thought it was interesting when once we got into the fight there for the town as well. Right after that, but I do think that whole scene sets up a lot more stuff going forward for stuff, because I thought it was interesting, because something I've been talking about from the comic book aspect was about how in that comic book series, the Vision and Scarlet Witch, they were talking about, it was constantly this thing about Vision kind of saying that he is actually a human mind. He's a sentient being. He just has a prosthetic body, and that's essentially what kind of came out of that whole conversation and everything we've seen there. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and they've made that argument about the sentience of Vision here and there. In the most recent time I've been reading Vision, it would be Avengers: No Road Home, so 2019 roughly. If you remember that, in the 10th issue, it was all Vision because of his body. It was not alive. He was the only one who was capable of doing this one mission, and he was talking about how, I think I am dying, and of course I could always just replace these parts, but that's part of life. For it to have meaning, I also got to be able to lose myself. So that's something from the comic books, which I roughly narrated. That's how it went, but like that's something from the comic books that they should adapt to the Vision in the movies, that they should keep. That's something you do use. The fact that this guy does have a finite time. Therefore, if I lose him again, I'll feel like it's finite.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's get here into the chats before we get too far into the show, before I end up ignoring everybody the whole time. Let's get in here to chats and see what everybody is saying here. Okay, Mike Porter said it was 9 out of 10. I was hoping for Doctor Strange, but it was well done. I like some of the lines, some interesting dialogue during the battles, definitely, and so much of the stuff is set up in those conversations. Stephen J is here. Thank you for being here. Says, I said from the jump that there would be nothing Fox related, but I was screaming into a vacuum, I guess, because people were hella surprised that their expectations didn't pan out. Yeah.
It's okay, Stephen J. We were preaching this from the beginning. Me and you, plus gang.
Yeah. And that's kind of the thing, though, is like, I mean, they own this stuff, but it doesn't seem like Feige to want to bring all that stuff into their universe, considering he knows how people feel about it. You know what I mean? He does. And it's not that people hate it. And it's not, it's not like it's the worst thing in the world, but for the most part, I think he knows how to feel. Like, everybody, like, as much as they would want some of that stuff, like, the stuff that people want, you have to cherry pick things here and there, and then you cherry pick everything out of that and you put it in this and you add new that, and then everybody's thinking like, oh well, then at any time these people come back, multiverse and blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I do, and again, it's Feige. Like, we all know that Feige don't like to bring with other people's stuff to the table, which brings up all those rumors about Charlie Cox's Daredevil, right?
Bro, they pretended that they were part of the MCU. That's a little bit different than the Ghost Riders and the Fantastic Fours and the other. The incident in New York. They tried, so maybe he rewards them. Maybe.
Oh, I don't know, man. At this point, I really do not see it. How they brought in Evan Peters for that, and I don't see him doing it.
Well, you're only saying you don't see it because we're talking about Daredevil. Those are a horrible choice of words. Cancelled. You don't see it.
Yeah, and it could be because I didn't really like any of that Netflix Marvel stuff. Not really into all that.
Hey, when I found out it wasn't canon, something about it just made me lose interest.
Yeah. Okay, Romeo's here, says, so what happened? Haha, boner, yeah. Park Outdoor says, okay, but was Murphy the one who said Benedict would be in it? Murphy? Oh, we were talking about the
Oh,
leakers.
yeah,
The leakers.
the scooper.
Is Ralph actually her husband? Would that make her Agatha Boner? No, Agnes Boner. Agnes Boner. Yeah, I don't know. I think Boner was a fake name because Ralph chuckled when he heard it. Possible witness protection alias that he picked because it was funny. You know what? Yeah, you could be right, Stephen J. That could be the witness protection person that Jimmy Woo was looking for, and that was kind of going to be one of my other questions too. Is I mean, we didn't even really. It's the thread left open. Is the Jimmy Woo person in witness protection? And honestly,
Oh,
the thing is like, did Jimmy Woo even say that it was witness protection? I don't know that I ever heard Jimmy Woo say that he was tracking somebody that was in witness protection. I only heard Monica say that.
if Monica says it, that doesn't it make it fact?
I don't know. I mean, it seems like she's kind of ill-informed from Hayward altogether. So I kind of feel like anything information she was given is shit. Because he was trying to mislead everybody. And what do you think about Hayward just being? Do you think that's it? He's just a regular, just government stooge bad guy?
Yeah, I don't think he's the Grim Reaper or Eric Williams, Simon Williams. Yeah, I think that was it.
Mm.
Villain of the week. He is finished. Well, he could be used again in maybe Secret Invasion or Armor Wars when they're talking about making new weapons. He was part of the Vision reconstruction stuff. Yeah, he's on the back burner.
Yeah, definitely. And it makes you think about, like, because I remember somebody bringing this up before when I was talking about Sword and them coming in, and maybe they've already been infiltrated and stuff like that. And somebody was like, "Oh, man, that just wouldn't be good if they did that because we're just getting to know them." Like we don't get to know them like Shield. We got to know them before they were infiltrated, and I remember saying like, dude, well, they were infiltrated way before we even first seen them on the screen. But but the thing here is I think that's kind of, it almost feels like that's what's happening here, because essentially you've got all of these people who are working in this facility for Sword, building and creating these weapons. I mean, did they really think they were doing the right thing in what they were trying to do, doing everything that they were doing? Because with everything they were doing, it's kind of hard for Hayward to really hide his motivations of what he's doing if he's trying to recreate all that.
Well, he was hiding the footage of Wanda infiltrating the Sword base, and there were doctors there who were present and who, well, I guess they weren't there at the headquarters of the camp right outside of the Hex. Okay,
but yeah, as I was saying, they would have been filled in on everything. They would have known everything that happened because they were there. They wouldn't see. They would know nothing about Wanda and wouldn't see her as a bad guy. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, she came in and she freaked out and she took off and this thing started working."
I find people are sheep, or they'll listen to their commander. They won't question what's happening, especially in military, right, where information is compartmentalized for legitimate reasons, right? So you're just not supposed to ever question what's happening above you. So again, they were just following orders, which is a nasty thing that we in historically have learned is the wrong thing to. Yeah, no, don't Gina on me right now, because I know I went near it. I wasn't.
Don't get canceled from that fuss gang, bro.
You got me now. You got me. I think everyone in the chat is mature enough to understand. I don't think Mike Porter is going, what the hell did he just say? Like, I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
I can just see the weird just following orders mentality applying here because they are trained military men.
Yeah.
And women.
Okay, Will Gentry here, thank you for being here, says, so you're a bunch of comic book fans. Tell me what y'all thought of this series finale.
9 out of 10, man.
Yeah, I've got to put it right there, too. I mean, I might be willing to go 10 out of 10, but I can't. There were some, I do have some nitpicks. Just some of the stuff with some of the CGI with that supposed big budget they had, and there's some of the things I'm kind of like, I feel they could have done a little bit better. Just a couple of things.
There was a moment where Wanda was kind of floating. And yeah, I didn't like the way that she was just shifting, so that did look bad. But if we're talking about the outfit, like Lord Veedo is saying, that was phenomenal, bro. We
Oh
looked at
yeah.
it in a Halloween episode. We saw a version of the outfit. And I think
Yes.
they gave us that little one tone all around so that they can give us this new outfit that's up to date and it's the Scarlet
Man.
Witch.
Yeah.
Man,
Dude, that outfit is badass, dude.
comic book accurate.
Yeah, yeah. She looked freaking sick. Absolutely.
Hmm.
But what I thought of this series finale, I thought it was great. It really it opens the door for everything. We got Wanda in here. Here's the thing. We got Wanda in here being that villain. She was kind of a bad guy in here. She's keeping people held against their will and stuff like that, but she still ended up being the good guy. You know, she wasn't actually a villain. She was just doing something bad that she didn't realize that she was doing. So you can see where there would be a certain amount of people, like the people there in the town, who do feel that she's doing something bad. I mean, because of what they're going through. But in the end, they all have the things that they're hurting and suffering from as well. And because I really do think a lot of them were going through it, because we still never seen a whole lot of the other stuff. You know, like I said, when Wanda walked into that town that we seen in the last episode, all those people were down. I mean, they were like, and we still didn't see Mr. Hart. And that's why I was wondering if, while she was taking certain things from them, she was also giving them what they were wanting. And I thought that's what he kind of, Pietro, alluded to in the couple episodes before that, where, you know, she was kind of giving them what they want, something that they were missing, making them happy, what they want to make them happy. But they were still, she was still punishing them, and they were actually still aware of it.
It
So
looked like Agnes told her, or she opened the mind of Dottie first, and Dottie says, I have a kid. She's upstairs. She's been alone, not doing anything. You could write her in the show, figure it out. And Wanda was like, oh, I'm mistreating. It looked like that was the first moment where Wanda was told. No, that's not true. Let me finish my sentence and I'll debunk it. That was the first alert that Wanda is effing with the lives of these real people. And that's not true, because there was the episode where Vision was yelling at her in the kitchen while the credits were rolling
yeah,
about so she did know she was effing with other people.
yeah,
So yeah, I don't know. I wanted to give Wanda those points, but I can't.
yeah.
She made a mistake and she was wrong.
Right. Well, and I think that's part of like her grief and her healing process is the fact that she's just in different places. Her mind is kind of all over the place because she's going through it, you know. I and because to some level she is aware, to some level she wasn't aware, and she's trying to block out the pain and all of those kinds of things. But to answer Will Gentry's question, also is going to take us, you know, to more of what I thought about the finale as a comic fan. I thought it was great because we see her there at the mountain in that cabin, and we have to assume. I mean, that's a total allusion to Wundagore Mountain. I mean, if you ask me. Although I'm not sure if they're really going to do all that, but at Wundagore Mountain, remember the rocket ended up taking off, and well, anyway, there's all of that stuff from the comics, but we actually seen her there. It was interesting because we seen her there sitting in front of the cabin, drinking some coffee, maybe some tea. But then she's also sitting inside in the room with the Darkhold going through it with all of her spells, and it's interesting some of those little symbols that were going on there around her. Um,
She's learning those symbols quickly. She already knew how to do the ruin hex, where you
mhm,
can control whatever's in the middle.
yeah. And then it was interesting hearing she was sitting there looking through everything, and obviously something is going on with, I don't know, would you say that's the multiverse where she's hearing her kids call out to her?
Oh, I didn't think. Yeah. Oh my god.
So it's interesting because it's like they're out there somewhere still. Even
She's got
though,
that chaos magic to have access to another universe.
yeah, which makes me wonder. I mean, is that how things lead into the Doctor Strange stuff along with everything that she's learning? And is it going to kind of turn into that because she did actually create these kids and they actually are somewhat real, and that's what's going to kind of throw everything into, I don't know, into cahoots, I guess. Or
Madness.
yeah, there you go. Why couldn't I even think of the word? Yeah, and so altogether, I thought that was great because it gave us that kind of that finale where we do see her practicing, studying. We see kind of the call out from, it looks like, from a multiverse with her kids crying out like that. I'm very satisfied with it. I'm very satisfied with it.
Yeah. One down, 50 other comments to go.
Right. Now have hopes of Falcon, Red Hulk, and Falcon and Winter Soldier. Absolutely. Watch it twice. We're gonna have third time. Nice. There are a lot of people on Twitter and YouTube who are whining like riches because MCU product. Yeah, and not exactly like yeah. Well, and the thing is, like, they could go exactly like the comics. I would not be disappointed in that whatsoever. ReeferMan says, I hope they never remake Howard the Duck. That was one of my favorite movies as a kid. I don't want them to redo it if they don't need to. Yeah. They were upset about the dick joke. Oh, okay. Boner. What is even Hayward's deal? Is he a psycho shooting kids? Yeah, I know. That's the crazy thing. But here's the thing: is like he knows they're not real. I mean, I think that would be the justification in that is he knows they're not real. But the thing is then even knowing that, he's intentionally taking punches at Wanda by even doing that. You know, all kinds of punches at Wanda by doing that. So yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, what you're asking is Hayward a piece of shit? And the answer is yes, he is. That's why he's going to prison. XR says, what I learned from WandaVision is when making predictions, the simplest, easiest to explain answer is what will happen. Yeah, probably so. Rahul is disappointed with the finale. Oh man, what if Cataract left to Wakanda to get the scan back? Could absolutely.
Oh, you actually called him Cataract. That's a better name than White Vision. Cataract.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I noticed XR Kun been doing that. Yeah, it's a good name. Maybe we should we just name him that? Should that just be our thing? It's Cataract.
Yeah, that we independently co-founded. Yeah, that's a great idea, Trinity.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, totally. Maybe you need to change it to XR Cataract. Your name.
No, but that would require giving credit to the original creator. So no.
Yeah, you're right. Oh man. Let's see. Mind Stone Memories. Where's Wanda made it from? That's what he. That is what he had. Yeah. Well, he essentially had her. Yeah, and I guess we kind of went through that. Mike Porter says Josh knows I reminded him to watch the party. He acted like he did remember, but a lot of people in the chat remembered. He says he would give them to me. Oh, okay. Oh, so you're getting some coin? Yeah. White Vision was given access to the memories, but just because you remember a feeling does not mean that you feel that feeling. Yeah, exactly. Well, and that's what and that's exactly what's going to trip Vision up for a while. Is he'll be thinking about a lot of those things. He'll be thinking about all those stuff because that's Vision. He's kind of an introspective kind of being. He's looking at those different outcomes and those different possibilities and things like that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, he'll have those memories, he'll have that feeling, but not necessarily feeling it. Yeah, I get you. I think his next appearance will be in the Wakanda show, says XR. Or says Cataract. Captain Cataract. That's it. Captain Cataract. That's his name. And, TM.
Oh.
TM.
What? What's that?
Oh, trademark. TM.
Oh,
TM.
trademark.
I'm trademark Captain Cataract. Trademark. You owe me for that one, XR. That's twice now.
So what would his business be in Wakanda? He's made out of vibranium. He wants to make actual kids of his, so he needs more vibranium. So he'll be there like on a scouting mission.
I think he means for like the download that Shuri got, that Shuri got of all his memories. Which I would think he would probably still have most of that anyway, because I think that's what was kind of explained through what he said. He just didn't have access to him. But could be totally wrong, and he
She could
might.
help.
Yeah, she could
We
help.
would never discount a Wakandan. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. She could still help with all kinds of stuff with him. So yeah, absolutely. Louis the 13th, thank you for being here. Acceptance, part of Wanda's grief, is really badly explored in this finale. How did she decide to suddenly give up the kids? Well, because everything else that was going on around her. She also realized that they weren't real. All of those kinds of things. It was just all her coping with the loss of Vision.
Yeah.
Or was it?
Nah, it was that they got an off-screen death like they deserve. Like they were upstairs while the hex was coming in, and we were just focusing on Vision.
Yeah, and I thought they did a very good job of taking care of that, because they, like, she realized, like, man, this whole thing is just an illusion. These kids are an illusion. Vision is an illusion, and I've got to give it up. I've got to let it. I've got to. I'm not gonna start singing, but I've got to let it go. Plus game.
The snow on the top is really cold, and then we toboggan down. Those are the words, right?
I can't remember. I'm surprised I can't remember as much as I used to watch that. My daughters, they were the perfect age when that movie came out. ReeferMan says, most of the scenes that we were supposed to have emotions in this episode did not have them. Not until the end credits scene where you heard Wanda's kids screaming for her. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. There may be one or two other scenes that there's some emotion in me, but for the most part, it didn't hit me at all until the end credit scene. Yeah, absolutely. Lord Veedo says, very interesting that they didn't address what happened to Ralph Boner, obviously a fake name. Yeah, and that's kind of where I guess we might get back to Jimmy Woo's thing. If maybe that was his witness protection person, if that's what they really were. Yeah, like I said,
Jimmy Woo is not an important enough character to get a follow-up answer from one series to another about a background character who didn't really mean nothing, was barely mentioned and never mentioned by name. Let's eliminate that theory right now. If anything, this show taught us not to use our imaginations too strongly. But Trinity, if you want to believe that, what?
Are you trying to tell me not to use my imagination, you son of a...
I tried.
Oh, man, we got my man Social Distance Warrior here, man. Upset.
Going crazy.
Upset. He's pissed. Let it out, man. Let it out. Hey, it's all good. Like I said, I understand, man. I get it. I understand. Like, for me, it's satisfying. For a lot of... I totally get that. I totally understand. Some people didn't like the flying around. They thought there should be more, but there was... Oh, what happened? But there was... Yeah, I mean, like I said, I thought it was pretty good. Like I said, I don't think these series seem like they're more to resolve some issues and just kind of really open up the world here, more so than giving us big conflicts and these huge things. I thought what they did was very good. I thought what they did overall for the series was good.
I thought the action, for a moment, reminded me of Zack Snyder's Man of Steel. I felt like I was in that movie for a minute when Vision and Vision Cataract were fighting each other, and the way that our Vision was jailing the White One with phasing but stopping, and we're bonded, and getting him here on his head and using all his limbs, and it's like, bro, there is nowhere you can go. I've never seen the phase ability being used like that. I don't think Kitty Pryde can do that, of course, because she's organic. When she reassembles it, it's not good news. With a Vision doing that to another Vision, which are synthesoids or whatever the effing word is, synthesoid, right?
Yeah.
Like, it works. So that was awesome.
Yeah,
we've never seen something like that in another Marvel movie. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I thought that was interesting too, because that's actually, like, obviously, like, we see that a lot in the comics too, where he phases through stuff, and even in that Vision of Scarlet Witch series, he was doing that to some of the dead people, some of the, like, the zombies and stuff, and at some point it paralyzed his arm, and he had to, it kind of paralyzed him when he did it, when he would phase through them. But at one point in one of the comics, it actually ruined his arm. He had to get a new arm because he phased through the wrong thing, and he had to get a new arm put on there. It was pretty interesting. pretty interesting.
Did you think that Wanda's arm was done for, the way that it was turning old? And I'm like, oh, I guess that's her new look. I guess she's gonna have to wear gloves over on top so that we don't see it. No, she's back to normal. They got me though.
Yeah. Park Outdoors. Ooh, this is a good one. I like this one. Okay, I got this one. Park Outdoors says, so Ralph is a level 2 symmetry doppelganger to Peter. Now, I'm going to guess you're talking about stuff that happened in Far From Home, right? I'm guessing that you're talking about stuff from Far From Home that has to do with Mysterio, Quentin Beck, and the multiverse. You may have missed it the other day, but I kind of debunked a lot of that stuff. I mean, there was just all that he was full of shit. It was just all a script written.
Mm-hmm.
It was all a script written from Guterman. It was Guterman. It was Guterman all along.
Hey, who has been writing the script? Guterman all along.
Yeah, man.
He's so Guterman.
Andre Smith says, it was a great series. I want more. Yeah, me too. Absolutely. More.
I do. And we'll get Falcon next week.
Social Distance War says, I am, bro. They had me by the wallet and balls and didn't deliver. Yeah, and here we go. Park Outdoors says, what about the bunny? What about the bunny?
Yeah, Lola Bunny from Toon Squad. That bunny?
Oh, man. Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started. No, that...
Honestly, I don't know what your opinion on that is, which side of the defense you are. But yeah, I won't get you started. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to turn you down.
It's a tangent, and I'll just go off on it. No, it's just it's silliness. It's like, come on, guys. Like, really? And
I still don't know which side your come on guy.
I was saying, and I mean this on both sides. Actually, like, you're gonna like change the look of her up. Like, all right, why? And then from anybody like all pissed off and anybody fighting back against them and telling them how silly they are, like, all right, like, come on, guys.
It's
like,
for kids.
Really? Like, yeah. It's all good. Like, yes, they're stupid for doing it, and you're a little silly for being upset about it, but hey, I get it. I get it. That's not saying I agree with any of it. Yeah. Let's see. It's the Scarlet Witch story. The big details will be in the movies, but it was a great series, and the special effects and acting. We need WandaVision 2! Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. Lord Veedo says, X-Files Jimmy Woo! Monica definitely was the best supporting actress, but Wanda was fire. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Now, see, Star Wars Santa might be actually caught up with the stream by now. Let's see. They don't really show much of Monica's powers, but we want to see her do her thing. But we'll wait till Captain Marvel 2. Yeah. I'm guessing she'll be in Captain Marvel 2. That seems obvious. Lord Veedo says, I love the crown that appears, which to Veed makes like her powers come from someone else. Someone chose her to be the Scarlet Witch. Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, I don't know. I mean, they did say that they chose her to be the Scarlet Witch, but why? Why is Wanda? I wonder what the rewatch value is on the series. I think by the time we get more information coming out of these movies, I think they'll bring some rewatchability levels to it as we see some of these characters go into the other films and everything that's coming out of this series. I think that'll be the rewatchability of it, more so than anything. Because even Kevin Feige, I mean, didn't he even say before, like, you're going to want to watch these series, but it's not going to be absolutely pertinent to when you're watching the movies. It's not going to be absolutely must-see stuff. It's just... And that's why I've kind of felt this way about all these series coming out anyway. It's kind of an expansion of the universe where they're going to be laying a lot of this stuff out, introducing characters and some of that kinds of stuff, so they don't have to do some of those things within the confines of a movie. I mean, you take the origin part out of, some of these origin movies. I mean, you could cut a good half hour out of them that you could put a lot more stuff into.
Monica Rambeau is a perfect example of that. She got her origin here. about 30 minutes of it, honestly, that was dedicated to her. And voila.
Mm-hmm.
I also think that this series was contained, self-contained. Everything that happened with the hex was solved. That's the reason why this order could be changed. So Falcon was supposed to come out first, then Wanda's show was supposed to come second. And after COVID, they swapped it and are able to swap it because it doesn't flow from one show to another.
Right.
I don't expect Falcon to flow and be necessary to watch something else.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Like I said, I think it'll be like kind of like we were saying that, like, in the first week was, I feel like it's good. We're gonna get introduced to some characters. A handful of characters. My prediction was at least 4. Coming out of this series that we'll be carrying forward into the MCU. I will guess that Agnes is going to be, or Agatha. I'm guessing she's going to show back up. We got introduced to her. We didn't really get introduced to Monica Rambeau here, but we kind of did, essentially. I mean, we can. I just want to say, I think I'm going to count that as one. Should I give myself a point for that one?
Yeah.
Who else did we get that's going to carry?
We'll give a half point to Darcy and a half point to Jimmy Woo because we were reintroduced to them.
Yeah, essentially. So we'll go 3.
Hayward, Director Hayward.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe his role going forward 4, but I also think that we were kind of introduced to knowing that there's somebody else kind of in the background. Somebody chose Wanda. Why did they choose Wanda? What's going on with all of that? We are still kind of essentially teased with something going on in the background, like overall, when they kind of mention Wanda being chosen and stuff like that. So I think it still gives an introduction, a tease to somebody like that.
You think it's over because we were also introduced to the twins, but do you think they're done for?
No, I think that's what the very end was about, when she kind of heard him screaming out as she was sitting there studying the Darkhold and everything. I think that's what it kind of implied, was that, maybe not that they're real somewhere now, and maybe they're trapped, or maybe that's a trap that she's being led into.
Yeah.
Mike Porter here says, I still want my Disney Plus show where the Watcher puts Darcy and Deadpool in a theater. The film starts and it's the Avengers. They heckle like Mystery Science Theater 3000 style. You know what? I'm on board for that. Gimme. I love Mystery Science Theater. Darcy in there with Deadpool would be great. It works. Hey, look, you don't even have to make Daredevil rated R in that case. He can be PG-13.
Now, with Darcy sitting next to him, I don't know.
Yeah.
He had a funny ass joke when she was driving into Hayward's car, and she said like a little one-liner that was really funny. Mm-hmm. I just don't remember what it is, so when I rewatch this episode, I'll laugh again at it. So that's great. No one remind me what that line was.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't remember. I can't remember.
But you remember laughing, right? Did you laugh at it? Do you remember laughing?
I don't remember. I just remember her being Darcy being Darcy.
Dr. Darcy Lewis.
Nah, she's like the Flash. She went back in time and saved her loved ones, but still messed up the multiverse, and things will never be the same. Dang, Wanda is the Flash. She's got the Speed Force. Until they figured out that they are the only ones that can help the Avengers and save the universe. Oh, okay. I like that. Yeah. I see. Yeah, they can save the universe. That works. Darcy and Deadpool. Park Outdoor says, if I was Sword, I'd be using them Project Pegasus and Project Insight on the Hex weapons, just obliterate the Hex. Yeah, I mean, would it work though? I mean, I kind of think that's where we're at though, is that Wanda was, well, I think she was that powerful, but she still didn't have, it was still kind of at the point where she's still learning her powers. She still has to learn her powers, where she got significantly stronger here through the things she was doing. She still has to kind of use them. Yeah, I don't know. Because I was kind of thinking that too. Like, man, I think they were kind of in over their heads, but it took care of itself. It took care of itself. Let's see. I like the dream thing that Wanda did. It was scary Scary AF at the beginning. The dream thing that Wanda did. The dream thing. Oh yeah. With when she went to Agatha and used her powers, and yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I thought that was something very, very interesting. Ooh, like, because when she did it, I was like, oh, she's gonna show her worst fears now. How did White Vision not crack Wanda's skull? Well, because she was more powerful than he thought. Let's see. At least your mic isn't chopping. Ow! Bam! Dang, XR. That's cold, man. That's cold. You hear that? You hear that, guys? I know what you're talking about, XR. Oh man. Wanda Trap 10. Oh. Dang it. Skipped on me. Wanda Trap 10,000.
Thank you for subscribing to my channel, Obi-Wan the Homie, aka Best Car Batman.
Oh, yeah. All right. You the man, Obi-Wan. Wanda trapped 10,000 people in a town and gives mental torture and just walks free without any consequence. What? Well, I mean, I understand what you're saying there, but who's gonna stop her? Who's it? And that's, as in saying, that's probably why she's sitting there in a cabin in the mountains, because like she's probably being sought after. You know, Sword's looking for her at this point.
Windigore Mountain, we can say, right?
I would say so. I would say that is definitely. Well, I mean, it seems like it would have to be, which is going to bring. Which I don't know. Do you think that brings ties to the Eternals?
No, I don't think that. But now that you've introduced that, I am prepared for it.
Yeah, and that's why I was kind of thinking, like, it might have. I mean, it could be. I mean, because we were talking about, the cosmic background, microwave radiation. Yeah. They kind of had that, which I kind of feel ties to it, which kind of like the Infinity Stones do, and I feel like that would too if that is going to be Wundagore Mountain. I feel. Yeah.
I just kind of remembered the line that Feige said: "The Eternals know who the Avengers are, even though the Avengers don't know them." That's interesting. Yeah.
Park Outdoors says, how crazy would it be if Wanda gets judged by the Living Tribunal in Doctor Strange 2? Yeah, that would be pretty crazy. That would be. Look, Park Outdoors already got them theories flowing. It's nice to hear some comic book fans say they like the show. All I've heard so far is comic stands whine about how it's not accurate to the source material and about how it answered nothing. Blah blah blah. Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll have to see which ones they are to see how much comic stands are they really.
Or are they just people with expectations? Right. Unrealistic.
Right, yeah. I think that's what a lot of it is. I think that Ralph is actually Doctor Strange in disguise, says Eric Heine. Oh, wait, no, but...
No comments.
Oh, you mean Boner? Nah, I don't think so. Epoch Catharsis says, no, it's Vision and Astigmatism. Yeah. Gray is here. How are you doing, Gray? I hope all is going well with you. Hayward was just a made-for-TV guy. Nothing special. He belonged on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's totally forgettable. Dang.
Yeah, that's hard.
Dang.
That's the worst thing you can tell somebody if they're Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. quality.
Dang. I know. Mike Porter, he ain't pulling any punches, man. Proxy is here in the building. What is up, my man? How are you doing? I hope all is well. Hope you're having a good
Hey, well, wait a minute. First, give me a second. The Darkhold appears in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And then we saw it on the shelf like 2 episodes ago, and we're like, is it the Darkhold? Is it not the Darkhold? That is the Darkhold. Nothing you saw in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is canon to the MCU, guys. Just because Jarvis from the Agent Carter show was the same Jarvis in the Endgame movie does not mean that they're the same people with the same backstory, with the same everything. J.K. Simmons was in the old Spider-Man movies, and J.K. Simmons played J. Jonah Jameson in the new Spider-Man films. Sometimes people just are the same and they look alike, much like Pietro and Pietro.
Dude, but levels 4 symmetry, man. Spider-Man Far From Home, man. Gooderman was right. Oh, Oh man. Proxy says, "Does Wanda officially have an accent, or does she not? I can't even tell anymore."
They never solved that.
They're messing with us. They're messing with us. Social Distance Warrior says, in phase 1, 2, and 3, the dialogue leads to storylines, but they name dropped Stephen Strange and Winter Soldier. It was Winter Soldier. Yeah, it was Winter Soldier. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Porter's watched it already 5 times. Of course, we're going to come up with theories about an aerospace engineer and someone in witness protection. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said, I'm kind of wondering, like, was the person he was looking for even in witness protection? Like, he never said that. Only Monica did. And like I said, I mean, she was being treated like mushrooms, like, by Hayward, you know? Feed him shit and keep him in the dark.
I've never heard that one. That's great.
Oh, yeah. I totally stole that line from
from Exarchus.
Scorsese.
He makes all the good lines.
Scorsese film. The enemy. The enemy of us nerds. He is the enemy. Oh, man. LMI Music says, I kind of think it was really directed towards normies, and I think that's why I'm why I'm upset, because, like, I know where it could have gone, but it didn't, because the average viewer wouldn't understand. Yeah, as I'm saying, and that is a thing. Definitely with the directed towards normies thing, for sure. But I kind of think that's really what, I mean, if we go back and really want to chop up the MCU, I think that's really what it's all about anyway. It's all about getting normies in the door. Every single one of them, if you think about it.
Yeah, but I'd be gatekeeping sometimes. If they smell too good, they don't belong.
Yeah.
Well, you got to stop that. That is something that I've, like, spoken about before, about how whenever, like, Marvel would do a trailer for a comic book, like Iron Man issue number 1, new comic trailer, fans would be like, you know what you're doing. And then there would be other fans like, oh, look, all the MCU fans are going to write in the comments and say that they're expecting this to be a movie. And I'm like, why gatekeeping, bro? It's a title of a YouTube video. It's meant, because it says Iron Man and it says trailer, it's meant to get their attention. Why don't you be welcoming? Why don't you say this is going to be awesome? Why don't you guys go, if you like the movies, man, they have got nothing on comic books because you get one comic a month. They can be more inviting. The gatekeeping stuff is pretty sickening. Sorry to get on my soapbox.
Yeah, no, I mean, my thing is, like, look, like, I think the conversion ratio of getting somebody from the movies into comics is pretty dang low. And honestly, I think the conversion rate of satisfied customers from comic books to the movies is probably higher than it is the other conversion, but I honestly don't know that it's that high, because it seems like a lot of people really into the comic books don't enjoy the MCU as much because of those kinds of things. So, I mean, I think they're really aimed at normies anyway.
I can speak for myself at the comic shop. Everybody watches the movies and are satisfied with the movies. Satisfied. I didn't say blown away, but satisfied, yes.
Right. Yeah, as I'm saying, I guess that's kind of what, like, a lot of it is with a lot of the guys that I hear, like, just like here on YouTube, some of the comic community is like, a lot of them like it, and some of them are kind of like, yeah, like, they don't dislike it. It's like, they like it, but it's like, it's just kind of not the comic books. You know what I mean? It just doesn't have that same appeal for them. And like I said, it's not that they dislike it or anything. It's just kind of like, that's kind of what I get out of a lot of people. And then there's, some people like me who are kind of back and forth because, I used to be, and then I came back to the comics because of the movies and stuff like that. So, like I said, I'm a rarity out there. Gray says, I was crazy bummed with the boner reveal. Yeah, I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, I liked Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Hey, and that's what she said. Literally. She was crazy bummed by the boner reveal.
Social Distance Warrior says, imagine if Feige himself had said Luke Skywalker like cameo and then put this shit out. Dude, I love it. Dude, I gotta tell you, man, like, Social Distance Warrior, I just want to say this one thing right now, like, I fucking love the passion coming out of you, man. Like, this motherfucker is pissed. And I love it. I mean, I'm not happy that you're pissed, but I love that you're that passionate about it that you're like, what the hell, man? I love it. Mark Hamilton says, as an MCU normie, I thought the finale was cool. Not blown away, but it was cool and entertaining. Yeah, I thought it was good. I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied. Like I said, do I wish there was more? Absolutely. 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 We'll talk on the Twitter rant over. All right, man. Have a good one. Let's see. Social Distance Warrior also says Falcon and Winter Soldier will not be what the rumor mill says. No mutants, no Patriot, maybe Isaiah Bradley, but man, I'm bummed. WandaVision was good up until episode 8. The last 2 episodes sucked. Hey, I get you. I hear you, man. Rahul says, so what about Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield? They gonna be tits and penises jokes? Oh man, I don't know. Oh, that's it. Yeah, dang man. Yeah, I mean you can't. Here's the thing. I like people talk about a lot of that stuff, but like really, if you think about it, you go back to Iron Man. I mean, the MCU was kind of founded on crude humor. All right, like we could be adults about it, right? Can't we? Can't
Yeah, sure. We could. It's not like they don't have Iron Man on Disney Plus, you know.
we? Well, I think the one thing that's bad about it is the fact that they're calling the Spidey sense Peter Tingle. Like that's like okay, like you can make like weird joke like the boner thing with the guy, but like it does seem kind of like okay, like you're taking the that joke to replace like his Spidey sense with Peter Tingle. Like I get that one, and I kind of think that's what really set people off on the MCU with that kind of stuff. Is like, dude, seriously, like. But like Kevin Smith always said in his movies, it's all about those weed and dick and fart jokes.
Yeah, I didn't mind the Peter Tingle thing, but I did hear the people who were upset at it. They're okay. Sometimes people are the outrage stuff, but there's something there. We shouldn't really be calling it Peter Tingle in the next movie. Let's end that joke with Far From Home.
Yeah, definitely. Will Gentry says, as a normie, I'm very happy with the entire MCU that has been made with normies at the front of their mind. That's why the Snyderverse suffers from. It was made for a section of comic stands, so normies hate it. Yeah, I mean, I think that's certainly an argument that could be made. In that sense, I could understand that. And I do think that's and that's probably what works with the MCU is because they do have that in mind. Like Kevin Feige knows, dude, I know I'm a hardcore nerd. I'm a freaking sweaty. I can't expect your grandma or your mother to understand that, or maybe not even you to understand all that. But I can create something out of all of these stories that can get you. It can get you and your mother and your grandma into this.
The Dick Van Dyke stuff was for the grandma and the mother. But I wouldn't say, Will, that you're not a normie. You're watching a stream with Chillmonger and Second Street Marvel with a girl with an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. tattoo in the live chat. You're amongst the hardcores.
Yep. You're there, man. You're there.
Welcome.
Ralph Dupree says, I loved WandaVision as a whole. I do want more. I may be a normie. I never read Avengers, Captain America, Ant-Man, etc. They were not on my monthly comic budget. I collected Warlock and Silver Surfer. Yeah, nice. Hey, that works. Yeah. It just kind of depends on what you're a normie too, really. Dang it. Let's see. Gray says, I hate how Disney pretty much reconstructed her entire face with plastic surgery. She was so beautiful in the first season and weird looking in season 7. Oh, I must have missed some something there.
She's talking about something that's not canon, anyways.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay, like that, huh? Let's see. Proxy says, "Oh man, comics are no longer are no longer and have way more complex intertwining storylines and more in-depth character arcs. Just some stuff you can't translate perfectly in cinema." Yeah, absolutely, and I think anybody could agree with that. There's things you can do in a comic that you can't put on screen. You could try, and they're getting there. Let's see. The shows are like mini and maxi series, mostly tie-ins, and the movies will be the main events. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Absolutely. Mike Porter likes Agents of Shield as well. Yeah, I like Agents of Shield. I like Agents of Shield. Red Raven 96, thank you so much for being here. I'm not going to drop Peter Tingle after the boner joke. Oh man, that's funny. But anyway, guys, we're gonna go ahead and bring this stream to an end. BurkeTheNerd. Oh, like BurkeTheNerd, you come in at the very end, dude. You come at the very end. Thank you so much for being here. But do you have any last thoughts or anything that you want to get out there? You know, things you got coming up. Anything you want to plug before we bring the show to a close? Chillmonger.
Yeah, I'll probably do a live stream this weekend. I'll probably do an actual review of this, but I do want to watch it again, so I give my and take notes and give my all in it. It'll probably be like a good 10-minute review because that's the way I do it. So Chillmonger is the name of the channel. Thank you for listening to me for the last 9 weeks talking about WandaVision.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being here for WandaVision. I'm gonna see if we got Falcon and Winter Soldier coming up. I'm gonna see if we can find somebody else, find a new guest. If you all have anybody in mind, let me know down in the comments below. Maybe we'll get somebody else here to go with us through Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on, Chillmonger. And obviously, we're gonna get together soon. Maybe we should get together soon again and kind of give some more.
We're talking tomorrow on LD's podcast.
Drawn out thoughts. So yeah.
Yeah, we're talking tomorrow on More Realness.
Yep. Yeah,
so download that podcast.
Yep. Yeah, we'll be on with LB tomorrow as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time, man. So anyway, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for being here, Chillmonger. If you're not already, make sure that you go check out Chillmonger's channel. There is a link down in the description where you can go and subscribe to his channel. Make sure you do it. I mean, he's his own favorite channel. But you all have a good day. Make sure you're subscribed here, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.